Hello, everyone. The clip you're about to hear is from one of our exclusive Patreon episodes, and like all of those episodes, it may contain spoilers, so consider yourself warned. If you like what you hear, head over to patreon.com/horrorqueers to listen to tons of bonus content. And now, without further ado, here's your exclusive Patreon clip. I will say I really like Natasha Lyonne as an actor. I don't think this is a great performance from her until we get to Tijuana and she is allowed to be in love with Cyclona, be concerned, beat up men, and just generally have more fun.
I almost think that it's because Cyclona is kind of the driving force of the narrative for the first hour of the film. Like White Girl has agency, but not...
She's so reactive.
Very reactive, yeah. In a way that again, I'll just go back to Reese Witherspoon, in a way that her character was not. Like, she
was the Cyclona of that film.
100%. But I guess, though, she at least has her head together, whereas Cyclona, being the driving force, but she's not all there. Like, we can't trust Cyclona,
No, she's not even kind of fun, unpredictable. She's classified as psychotic, so... Yeah, it's just the dynamic doesn't 100% work. And having seen a bunch of women in prison, women on the run kind of movies from the Grindhouse era of the 70s, this isn't completely dissimilar, but those films are often not played for comedy. Like they are a bit of social commentary. They're often a little bit more actiony. I don't know. It's definitely going for that vibe, but I don't think it's hitting it.
Well, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe this was meant to be less dark comedy like Freeway 1 was, and more in line with those kind of exploitation women in prison. Because this is more of a women in prison movie than Freeway 1 is. We get that one segment that's a women in prison movie, but it's like 1/4 of the film.
This movie is that scene stretched out to roughly 2/3 of the film.
Very much so. So I unfortunately don't know enough about women in prison films, specifically of the exploitation era, that to know if this is doing a good job of kind of recapturing that feel.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, for me, all I can say is with the lack of comedy or effective comedy, it just becomes more of a slog.
Yeah, because those films were also, I want to say, often shorter. But I will recommend, if folks are interested in this general concept, there is a very, I will say, entertaining blaxploitation / women in prison / women on the run film called Black Mama, White Mama. And it's very similar to this.
Yes, and actually, I think you're right about the runtimes too. Well, Black Mama, White Mama is 87 minutes, but Women in Cages is 78 minutes. So it's it's still that 10 to 20 minutes shorter than what the movie we're watching.
Yeah, and sometimes 10 to 15 minutes can really make or break a movie.
It really can.
Yeah. Okay, but I will say I'm still enjoying the film up to this point, if only because I don't entirely have a sense of where we're going. So the stuff at the grandparents' house. So we have killed Junior out in the car. We go back and we collect Crystal. We hobble her over to the house. And we don't reveal that the grandparents are dead for quite some time. So we're just talking about injecting horse penicillin to make sure we don't get infected from the butt wound. And then we sit down for a big old dinner feast. Cyclona goes upstairs to light a candle and masturbate with a giant plug-in vibrator.
Very big, yes.
And this kind of stuff is all weird, unusual, kind of interesting.
Did you also catch that the movie the grandpa is watching on TV is the first Freeway?
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
No,
it is.
I didn't. I was trying to figure... I figured it was something that we had the rights to.
Yeah.
I thought it was just an older film.
Nope, it is. It is the first Freeway.
Amazing.
So that's cool.
That's fun.
This not revealing the great. So we have a lot of time to just kind of sit and relax. So they binge, which just hurts me to watch. Because every time I'm watching White Girl binge, I'm like, well, you're just going to throw it up in 2 seconds. What's the point of even eating it?
But that's part of the control.
Yeah, absolutely. But Joe, could you have imagined or predicted what was going on in the grandparents' bedroom while this is happening?
To be honest, as soon as we saw it, it is exactly what I figured. When we see this giant, plug-in vibrator come out, I figured, okay, we haven't seen the grandparents. I'm pretty sure that they're dead, so it's just a matter of time until we get the reveal. I did like the fact that it wasn't just, the bodies are off to the side and I'm having sex with myself on the bed or something.
She's
using the bodies. The corpses are assisting her in getting off. And I did like that because it is properly weird and freaky.
Which is interesting because necrophilia is something that's only kind of hinted at in the first movie. Like we know that Kiefer Sutherland does fuck the grandma after he kills her, but like we don't see it happening. Like he just says that's what happened. Whereas this one is like
we're seeing it.
Yeah, well, because I think in the first one, it's like she's like, "Oh, you murdered my grandma," and he goes, "Oh, well, that's not all I did to grandma," and so like that's your hint.
That's it. Okay.
But this one's like, no, we're just gonna actually show necrophilia. So add that to the list of content warnings.
There we go.